Asking for help is not a weakness. We live in a world where we're told that we need to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, and completely independent. And even though I, for one, champion independence, I really like it. I enjoy it even. I still understand that asking for help is a core part of what it is to be a human. It's a core part of the human experience. Because you see, we as humans, we're social creatures. We live in a social ecosystem where it is healthy for us to interact with one another. You know that saying, no man is an island? I mean, it should be updated to no person is an island, but anyway, no man is an island. Nobody is made to be completely on their own. Now I know a lot of introverts will be screaming at me going, haha, we deserve our free space, don't touch us, stay far away from us. But even the most extreme introvert will also need some social interaction from time to time. Yeah, engineers, I'm looking at you. Even the most extreme introvert will also need social interaction from time to time. But let's get back to the concept of why people think that asking for help is weakness. It's because we often think that when we ask for help, it's an admission that we can't do everything ourselves. It's an admission that we can't take on the world by ourselves. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. I believe that if we feel like we're overwhelmed, if we feel like we can't handle a situation on our own, we need to ask for help. We need to reach out for help. Okay, but you say we need to ask for help. But why? What does that give us? I mean, it feels like when I'm going to ask for help, somebody might just disappoint me, or worse yet, I'm going to be a burden. And even though those are valid concerns, don't let them overtake your entire mentality or overtake your entire way of thinking. Don't let that stop you from asking for help. Remember what I said, that no man is an island. We all need help from time to time. See, remember that I also said that people are social creatures. So here's the first thing. When we ask for help, we acknowledge our vulnerability. And even though that might sound like something that is extremely bad and it's a weakness and it's not great, it actually really allows us to grow in our relationships. When we ask for help from somebody, it will allow us to grow that relationship because it will increase trust, it will increase understandability, and it will build a foundation for a very strong friendship or relationship or anything like that. By asking for help and allowing others to help us, we are in fact strengthening those relationships and allowing ourselves to form deeper connections with the people around us. The second thing is personal growth. By allowing somebody to help us, we can either learn from their experiences or we can grow together. See, allowing somebody else to help you can let them learn valuable lessons that they would have never learned, and it can allow you to quickly go through a process or quickly go through a problem, or at least a lot quicker than you would have gone through it yourself. Two heads are better than one, as the saying goes, and it's the same here. Asking for help is essentially two heads working on one problem, and it allows us to really hyperspeed or speed up the process of solving that problem. Life is also riddled with challenges, and by asking for somebody's help, we are going through those challenges together, giving somebody else the opportunity to grow from our experiences, but also giving ourselves the opportunity to learn and grow from somebody else's experiences. See, by opening ourselves up and being a little bit vulnerable, we grant other people we gift other people the opportunity to grow and to learn. But vulnerability is always difficult. It doesn't come easily, especially when you have trust issues, when you are in a position where you have been hurt before. And I understand that a lot of you might have been hurt before, and I'm sorry. But we need to learn to trust people. We need to learn to open ourselves up, and we need to learn to be vulnerable. Because with that vulnerability comes personal growth, comes the ability to grow stronger relationships, and also comes the opportunity for us to solve our problems a lot more efficiently and a lot quicker. And lastly, asking for help builds a support environment. When you're starting from scratch, it can be difficult to find support. It can be difficult to find the right people to help us, the right friendship, the right friend group, the right person in your life or family member, and you don't necessarily know where to turn to. But as you ask for help and people offer it willingly and they want to help you out, you grow a support group, you grow a support environment, and in turn, you will also help them, building mutual trust, building the relationship even better, and you create those deep connections that is really truly valuable later in life. Building a support environment is extremely important. It can really help you to move towards your goals, move past difficult challenges and situations, and when you're in a pinch, you can always contact or call upon your support environment, your support group. But we need to build that group up first, and it's going to start with the first step. And that step is to ask for help from somebody that you trust and somebody that you know will help you through the situation. So that's kind of why it's important to ask for help, but I also understand that it can be difficult to open yourself up, to show that vulnerability, and to make yourself vulnerable enough to actually, say, hey, I need help, I can't deal with this on my own. Here it's very important to choose and curate the people that we ask for help very carefully. Make sure that the person isn't too busy or too occupied with their own things, because then they will be much more it'll be much easier for them to brush you aside and to say, sorry, I can't help you right now. And that's perfectly okay. It doesn't mean that you are worth less or that you are not important to them. Maybe they're just busy with the things in their own life. So make sure that you choose the correct person to ask for help. And then something that I just briefly want to touch on that I think is very important, but this actually warrants its own video, and that is you have to be willing to accept help. When we ask for help, we are asking somebody to invest their time and their effort into us. And then it is up to us to really be willing to accept help. Because it's easy to ask for help. Well, it's not easy, but it's easier to ask for help than it is to actually accept that help. Especially when the advice is something that we don't want to hear, or when it's going to be a difficult challenge to get us past our current issue. Be willing and receptive for another person's help, because that is a very big and I feel like very overlooked issue, because a lot of people are telling you it's okay to ask for help and please ask other people for help, but we also need to understand that the willingness to accept that help is just as important as to ask for help. So I hope this video gave you something. I hope that it will give you a little bit of motivation to accept help and to ask for help and to say, hey, I'm struggling. Maybe my family member or my close friend or my support system can help me out here. Remember that asking for help is not a weakness. It's a strength, and it will grow your character and help you through personal development. It will speed up your problem solving, because two heads are better than one. I believe in you. You got this. Until next time, ciao. Thanks for watching.